Let me go live as well. Okay, kids. So a very warm welcome to all the students and their parents. A very warm welcome from the Olympiad Success family. I am Aarti and I will be your host for today. So kids, today, like you all will be on mute because it's a demo session. But then in your regular live classes, you will be unmuted. Okay. So don't worry about this thing. And one more thing, like if you have any queries, any doubts, you can write it down in the chat section so that I can answer all your queries one by one. Okay, so now kids, what I am doing is I have shared all the important links in the chat section. So if I go through them one by one, okay, so like let's discuss about the first one. So it is our WhatsApp number, which is 95607 So I request all of you to save this number in your mobile phone so that if you have any queries, any doubts after this session also, you can just WhatsApp us and let us know. Okay, and we would be happy to help you. Then we have the syllabus link. So if you would want to see like what all would be covered in this course, you can just visit this link and see what all we would be covering. If you're interested to enroll for this course, you can make the payment at the payment link given there. We have the feedback form also, so after this class we would be really happy if you can share your feedback. Then there is one important, really important link by the name of all batch details. So what is there on this page? So the details of all the upcoming and ongoing batches are available on this page. Okay, for all the grades and all the subjects. So if like today we are doing English, but then for other subjects like math, science, reasoning, etc., you can check the details by going to this page. We have our email address also, support email address. So you can drop us an email also at support@olympiadsuccess.com, and you can watch us live on our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/olympiad success. So in case if you would want to revisit also, you can go to our group and check the demo. And finally, like if you enroll today itself, we would be giving you a Crest English Olympiad free of cost. Okay, so Crest Olympiads is Asia's largest online Olympiad examination which conducts Olympiad exams. So we would be giving you a free Crest English Olympiad examination, right? And all right, so this is all about the links. Now let us discuss about this session. So kids, like first of all, I would be introducing you to your mentor, Sushma ma'am. Okay, so she comes up with a wonderful background and she has been associated with us for quite a while. After her introduction, I will be taking you through a short presentation, so which will be explaining you about the course. After this, I will be taking you through a tour of our Olympiad Success platform. Okay, so we would be, like during this course, we would be giving you reading material, practice questions, topic wise worksheets to practice. So all of these you can access on our Olympiad Success platform. So for this, you would be getting the credentials as well. So you need to log in with those, and like you can access the material and everything. And after the tour, we will be having a short question and answer round. So if you have any doubts, any queries, you can write it down in the chat section and we will be taking up all your queries. And after that, once the question and answer round is over, we will be starting with the demo session for which you all are here. Okay, so kids, like I'm already getting few questions in the chat section. So Divyansha, to your question, I am talking about like Olympiad Success caters to all the majority of the Olympiads. Okay, so we are into preparation only, so we do not prepare specifically for SOF Olympiads, but then this includes the preparation for all the major Olympiads conducted across the country, like SOF, Hummingbird, Crest Olympiads, Unicus Olympiad, Silver Zone, etc. Okay, and this session is for grade 5 students. So if you are coming in grade 5 in the academic year 22-23, this session is for you. If you are in any other grade, I would request you to go through the link which I have shared in the chat section. I'll be doing that once again. So it is by the name of all batch details. You can check the details of your particular grade over there. Okay, and if you would want to stay in today's session, you're most welcome. Okay, and as I was discussing about Olympiad success earlier, right? So a few of you were telling me what Olympiad success is. So let me tell you that Olympiad success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examinations, and we have been successfully conducting these live classes and creating many rank holders. But then this is not specifically, it's not just because of Olympiad success alone, it's because of many factors, right? So it is first of all you are putting in a lot of effort, right, to score well in the examinations. So it is you, of course, your mentor, your parents, and finally Olympiad success. So that combination makes a real perfect combination for you to secure really well into the Olympiad examinations. And we at Olympiad success believe in making your foundation really strong, so that uh, whatever the question is, whatever comes, the concept, so that you can apply that knowledge to that question, and successfully complete that question, right? So now we would be starting with the introduction by Sushma ma'am, and then we'll proceed with the later activities. Okay, so over to Sushma ma'am for a brief introduction about herself.
Thank you, Aarti ma'am. So good evening, guys. How are you? Can you give me a thumbs up if everyone is fine? Okay, thank you. So first, let me give you my introduction. My name is Sushma, and I'm going to be your mentor, okay, for class 5 English batch 1. And I have completed my graduation and I've done my B.Ed. And just to tell you a little bit about how our classes are going to be. It's going to be very interactive. You can pose me any questions and we will be answering them. I'll be answering and clearing all of your doubts. And since Olympiad success, it's based on competitions. So what we'll do is we'll analyze questions from exam points of view, and we also discuss past year questions. So that's going to be even more better. Okay, guys. And you shouldn't take English very lightly, all right? Because if you master English, you'll be able to master all the other subjects, because grammar is also important, vocabulary is also important, right? So let's just have fun during our classes. Okay. Thank you, Aarti ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sushma ma'am, and it's a pleasure to have you on the platform. And kids, trust me, you are going to enjoy her classes. And like she has, as I had already mentioned earlier, also she has been successfully taking quite many batches with Olympiad success. So I hope you enjoy her today's demo session and her live classes as well. So kids, now let me share my screen and start with the presentation. Okay, so if you have any doubts, queries, you can write it down in the chat section, and I will be happy to answer all your queries one by one. Okay, kids. So once again, a very warm welcome to all the parents and students. So today we are here for a demo and interaction program for grade 5 English. And this is our batch first. Now, we were discussing about Olympiad success. So a bit more detail about us. Olympiad success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examinations. And we had launched Olympiad success live classes 3 years back. So basically this is our 3rd year. And again, we are India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad's preparation. There is one more program which we had launched 2 years back, which is School Plus program. So basically this School Plus program is a yearly program that comprises of 8 subjects, and your 8 subjects are English, Math, Science, Logical Reasoning. These are for your Olympiads preparation. Then we have 4 other essential subjects for your skill building, which are communication, and it has both spoken and written, Vedic mathematics and coding. Right. So this School Plus program is available for students of grades 3 till 8. And in this, you get all the 8 subjects, and you have the flexibility to attend multiple batches, right? And now, what else do we offer on Olympiad success? So I had already told you that we are into Olympiads preparation, and we have been doing, Olympiad success live classes, test series, etc. But now what else we are providing from this year? We are conducting online CBSE classes for grade 6 till 12th. We are conducting one-to-one preparation classes for International Mathematics Olympiad. So basically, kids, this International Mathematics Olympiad examinations are really nice. So if you have heard about SASMO, CMO, HKIMO, TIMO, Math Count, US Common Core, Math Kangaroo, PRMO. So these are really interesting International Mathematics Olympiads. And we do conduct classes for these examinations as well. And we are into JEE Mains preparation classes too. So now these are our international rank holders. So kids, we are already getting the list of the students. So soon after collecting all the information like their photographs and other details, so we would be telling you the exact number. But for the academic year 2021, we had 40 plus international rank 1, 70 plus in top 5, and 120 plus in top 10. So this again, as I had mentioned earlier, this is all because of you, like your effort putting, the effort you are putting in, your mentor's effort and your parents' effort, along with Olympiad success effort as well, right? So these are the details of all the students who had achieved international ranks till 10. Now coming up to the session details. So your classes would be conducted in group with around 20 students, and these would be delivered through Zoom only. There will be 2 sessions per week. Okay, kids. So do note carefully. We would be having 2 sessions per week, and the days will be Tuesday and Friday. The timing will be from 5 p.m. till 6:15 p.m. Okay, and so basically these are 75 minutes classes, but there would be a 5-minute break in between. Okay, so 35 minutes class, 5-minute break, and then again a 35-minute class. So your sessions would be including a mix of theory, practice questions, doubt sessions, and discussion on previous year papers. You will be getting reading material, practice questions, which will be available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success. And you would be getting free access to Olympiad Success platform for practicing topic-wise mock test for English and logical reasoning. Okay, so the last 2 points, okay, the reading material and the topic-wise mock test. So the details of which I will be sharing you soon. So I will be taking you through a tour of Olympiad Success platform for you to understand like what exactly I mean when I say that you would be getting all these things. Okay, because seeing is believing. So I would be making you see all these details so that you understand what exactly we would be providing you. Coming up to the link, so the syllabus is available at this link. I would be sharing the links once again after the presentation. The fees for this course is rupees 9,560. The total sessions in this course are 45. And if interested, you can make the payment by going to this link, which is olympiadsuccess.com/live/buy. I would reiterate that your fees would be including online classes, daily reading notes and exercises, practice of previous year papers, and access to Olympiad Success platform to practice topic-wise mock test for English and logical reasoning. So one more thing, like which I had mentioned earlier also, if you enroll today for this course, you are eligible for a free CREST English Olympiad examination. Coming up to the prerequisites, so you should attend these classes using a laptop or a desktop with good internet connectivity and use headphones. And coming up to the preparation part, so preparing for Olympiad examinations is a bit tougher than your regular school curriculum. So kids, I would request all of you to spend few hours every day to cope up with the curriculum. So your mentor would be helping you a lot, but then you also need to put in efforts. Okay. And finally, your live classes will be beginning from April 8th, which is a Friday, and I hope to see you all there. And lastly, I would like to end my presentation on the note that in the academic year 21-22, we had students from more than 3,800 schools across India and abroad, and we have students participating from 35 plus countries. So I once again welcome you all. Okay, and now let me stop the screen share. Okay, so I'm sharing the links once again in the chat section, kids. And to all the students, I know the presentation sometimes gets boring, but then kids, you must understand we have new students also joining in, right? So you would have seen this presentation earlier also because you have attended our previous demo sessions. But then for new students, this is there, right? Okay, so those who want to leave, they can certainly leave. And now let me start with the demo of, with the tour of Olympiad Success platform. Okay, so I will be showing you like what exactly you would be given. Okay, so let me share my screen once again and then we can see. Okay. So there is already one question from Angana. Do questions always use auxiliary verbs? So Angna, to your question, your mentor would be replying once she starts with her demo. Okay. So now kids, what you have to do is you have to click on olympiadsuccess.com/login and you would be redirected to the login page. On the login page, you have to click on, like you have to write your email address, okay, and your password, and click on the sign in button. You would be redirected to the profile page. So there are two important things over here. First is live classes. On the left panel, you can see live classes. Okay, so here you can see like what all you have subscribed to. So I've subscribed to all the subjects. Then if I select English Olympiad, let's say, all the topics would be coming in here. So you have to select the topic, let's say noun and pronoun. So this is the reading material practice questions and answer keys, which I was talking about. So if you click on reading material, the reading material will open up. Okay, so this is what you would be getting. Then there are practice questions. Okay, so these are the practice questions which you need to practice after all your classes, and we have the answer keys. We have a detailed schedule over here. So like once you click on the schedule, you would be getting like what all you would be learning in session 1, session 2, so on. And when we would be conducting the test, so like session 7 would be a test, and when your course would be completed, etc., etc. So complete schedule would be given in here. You would be having your Zoom meeting ID and password, so you need to connect using that. Okay, and now talking about the worksheets, the topic wise worksheets which I was talking about. So you have to click on comprehensive English. Okay, and we have 103 worksheets for you to practice from. Okay, so here you can see adjectives. So we have 6 worksheets on adjectives. You can practice from these worksheets. Click on take examination button and click on the start worksheet. So here you need to read the question, click on the option and go to the next question. Okay, and click on the finish button. So your examination will be finished, and here you can see the complete summary of your examination, okay, which you can later access by clicking on the performance tab and clicking on the view button. So here your like the summary of the examination will be coming, and if you click on the review button, again your answer key will open up. Okay, so we have given the explanation also, like why this should be the answer, the correct answer, your answer, and so on. Okay, so thank you so much, kids. I hope you have gone like you have understood a brief about the platform. Now let us take the questions quickly one by one. Ma'am, I'm doing this class using mobile, so can you please guide me in opening that link? So Divyansha, like this class you are doing by mobile, that's perfectly fine, but then we do recommend attending your regular classes using a laptop or a desktop. The reason being because those are really like attending the class using a laptop, it becomes really easy. Okay, so do tell me, like, can you please guide me in opening that link? Which link you are talking about? I am pasting all the links once again in the chat section, and maybe like you can copy paste it. Okay. Okay, Natik. Angna, your question would be replied to later on by Sushma ma'am. Okay. And okay, so above there were no questions. And there is one question, ma'am, when is the class 5 science going to start? Okay, so to your question, let me just check like when your class would be going to start, but then I would recommend you to go to the batch fee detail page. Okay, it is by the name of all batch details, and there you can check when the examination, when the preparation classes are going to start. So for Science Olympiad grade 5, the classes will be starting from 30th of March. Okay. That question paper 1 which you are showing now. Okay, so this is olympiadsuccess.com/login. Okay, so you need to have the credentials to log into the system and then check. So once you know enroll for these classes, you would be getting your credentials, and then you can check the entire content. I've shared the link in the chat section. Yes, kids, please come on. Any questions, or I'll ask? Could you please confirm the class timings again? So kids, like who would like to tell me what is the class timing? Days and timing for this class? This course basically, not class. What are the days and timing? Okay, great. So it's 5 to 6:15. And what are the days? Tuesday and Friday. Absolutely. So kids, like after the question and answer session is over, we will be starting with the demo session. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, kids. Thank you. Any further questions coming up? No? So then shall we start with the demo session? Yes? Okay. Yes, I think so. We should begin with the demo session. So one last question from my side. What is the topic for today's session? Any guesses? So the timing, Soham, we have answered. The timing of these classes will be from 5 p.m. till 6:15 p.m. So we are getting pronouns, verbs, English. Divyansha, this is English, of course. So you need to tell me the topic, right? Adjectives, nouns, pronouns. Ma'am is saying no, none to these.
There's no. Oh, someone just answered a right answer. Wait.
Is it SVA, subject verb agreement?
Yes, that is it. Yes, I think it was Rudrash. Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
kids, now it is open. So you would be having subject verb agreement for today's demo session. So you all enjoy the class and be interactive. Ask as many questions as possible to your mentor, and she would be happy to help you. And I'll see you towards the end of the class. Okay. Thank you so much. And over to you, Sushma ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Arti ma'am. Okay. So guys, I know you've been waiting for some time and thank you so much. Okay. But you know, these introductions and the guide throughout Olympiad success is also necessary. And thank you so much for waiting patiently for that. Now we're going to start our class. So first, let me start sharing my screen. We are today going to talk about this particular topic. Okay. This is a very interesting topic. Now, unfortunately, since everyone is on mute today, we are not going to, it's not going to be an interactive session where, you raise hands and answer me, but we have the chat box opened. Okay, so you're going to answer the, answers. You are going to answer
So Sushma ma'am, just a moment. Sushma ma'am, just a moment. So maybe like if you would want to unmute any of the child, and if time permits, if only if time permits, you can certainly do that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Okay. Maybe I can choose the most enthusiastic person, while answering the question. Okay. All right. Now we are going to start with the lesson. Okay. Now subject verb agreement. The topic, the topic itself, it seems very long, but then we also know it as SVA, right? That is subject verb agreement. There is basically going to be an agreement between the subject and the verb. But we are going to learn today what kind of agreement there is going to be. Okay. Now, okay. So, all right. So you know this. I am getting a lot of answers in the chat. I mean, I'm getting a lot of responses in the chat that you know this, and that's really great. Okay. Some of you must have already learned this before. Some might know this. All right. So let's just take it as a revision. And if you know the answers, as I said, you can just answer me in the chat. All right. So this is kind of going to be a revision session for some of you. All right. Okay. Now, the subject verb agreement. Now, first tell me, in order to know what a subject verb agreement is, you would have to first know what a subject is, right? Now, what is a subject? I think everyone can answer this question. Can you tell me what is a subject? Okay, I think that, okay, I'm going to ask Shriyash because I can see him on the screen, okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, the subject is the doer of action.
Is a doer of the action. Very good, very good. That's the right answer, right? So what is the subject? A subject in a sentence is the doer of the action. Okay, now I want an example. I want an example. So if there is anyone that can give me an example of a subject, like first you can give me an example, like a sentence, and then you can point out which is the subject. Okay, I can see Mohana Ghosh. And I'm sorry guys, okay, if I don't see you because there's like 50 of you, 50 of us here. So unfortunately, I can just pick out only some. Okay, so can you give me an, yeah.
Raj is playing football, so Raj is the subject.
Ras is the subject. Very good, very good. That means Ras is the doer of the action, which is now coming to the next point. What is the verb in a sentence? I'm going to give this question to, okay, Rudrax. Okay, so can you tell me what the verb is?
Ma'am, verb is an action.
Is an action, right? Verb is an action. Okay, that's great. Now, in that sentence, okay, in that sentence that, okay, give me another example of a verb. I think that would be great. Okay, so I see Nitik raising his hands very, enthusiastically. So
Ma'am,
please.
a verb we can like say, he is reading the book. So ma'am here I mean,
Mm-hmm,
reading is the verb, and ma'am,
mm-hmm,
I want to say another thing.
mm-hmm. Please.
Ma'am, my name spelling is Naitik, but ma'am, actually we pronounce it as Natik. We don't, one I is silent there.
Okay, okay. So Nitik, is it? Okay. Okay. And so sorry if I said it wrong. Okay. Okay. Now, Native, you said that, in that sentence, only reading is the verb. But is that correct? That is also a verb, right? That is also a verb. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Vishista. Okay. So can you tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me an example of a verb.
She likes to. She was playing since morning.
Okay. She was playing since morning. Now, what is the verb in that sentence?
Playing, mom.
Okay, playing. Now, see, all of you are answering me, that the verb is reading, that the verb is playing. Yes, these are main verbs, okay? But if you point out verbs in a sentence, then is reading, was playing. Do you understand? Is and was are also helping verbs. I think you've learned about helping verbs and auxiliary verbs, right? So you have to mention that is reading, was playing. These are all verbs, okay? Yes, main verb, actions are main verbs, but then is, was, am, all these are going to be helping verbs. All right, so everyone is clear with subject and verb. But, since everyone is giving me an example, of subjects, I think you easily know how to identify the subject, right? First, what do you do in a sentence? First, you identify the verb. So I'm going to give you an, example, all of you, all right? The example is, the gardener waters the plant. Okay, the sentence for you is, the gardener waters the plant. So what is the verb in that sentence? Please write it in the chat quickly, everyone. Yes, I'm getting answers from Aditi Kaushik. It's correct. Arjun Jain, Savadiana, Ritivika. Yes, waters. It's just not water, okay? It's waters. Yes, Mrinalini, waters. It should be waters. All right, so everyone is giving me the answer, which is waters, and that is correct. Now we have identified the verb, which is waters. Now, what is the second thing you need to do? Then answer to the question, the action. Now, if I ask the question, who waters the plant? So who waters the plant? Tell me in the chat. Okay, so Sankar, gardener, Shreyas, gardener, the gardener, yes, Shamya, gardener. Okay, see, so if I ask the question, who does the action? Who waters the plant? That becomes your subject, right? So this is an easy way to identify a subject in a sentence, okay? If you're given long sentences, maybe you're confused. What is going to be the subject? So what you do is first identify the verb, always, okay? What is the action in the sentence? Then after that, you ask who is doing that action. Who is the person who is singing? Who is the person who is sitting? Who is the person who is cooking? In all these actions, then the answer is going to be your subject. Okay. All right. Now we know how to identify a subject. Now let us build our foundation to understand subject-verb agreement. Now, first, you tell me, what do we do to convert singular nouns to plural nouns? So can you please tell me in the chat, how do you convert singular nouns to plural nouns? Okay, Divyansha, add an S. Okay, we add S-E-S, Sankar, and then, yes, by adding S-E-S, very good. We also sometimes add I-E-S. Yes, we remove Y and add that. Yes, I'm getting a lot of answers. Thank you so much. Yes, so the most common thing is we, either add an S or an ES, right? Most of the time we do an S. Okay, so that is the correct answer. We add S to most of them, right? But now the example, room, rooms. Can you give me some more examples, please? One each from each of you. An example, like give me the singular as well as the plural. And I'm so sorry if I cannot unmute everyone, okay? Because like let's do it in chat a little bit, and then maybe I can unmute again. Okay, so boy, boys, then car, cars, book, books. I want nouns, okay? Don't give me verbs as examples. Footballs, footballs. You're giving me both plural, Sarosh. Shoe, shoes. Very good. Television, televisions. Okay, so everyone is giving me different examples. This is a really good thing. Okay, toy, toys, table, tables. All right, so thank you. So what we know from this is that, yes, we add an S in order to, turn singular nouns into plural nouns. Now, the next question for you is, how do we convert singular verbs to plural verbs? Now, for verbs, how do we do that? I want answers. If people can give me in the chat, please. How do we convert singular nouns to the singular verbs to plural verbs? Sorry. I mean verbs, okay? Verbs. We've already learned about verbs. Verbs means, what do we call verbs? Action words, right? But how do we convert them into plural? Now, ing is not going to be that. If you say dance and dancing, you're not turning that into plural. You're just adding an ing, which is making it continuous. Okay, so Shankar is saying do and does. Okay. I'm not getting the right answer. Do opposite. Okay, Natik. Okay, do opposite. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna unmute you because you're the only one who's like.
Ma'am, I mean by doing opposite is making plural into singular and making single. I mean, like if it is if we need to make plural, we will do the opposite as we do it for the nouns. I mean that.
Okay, okay. Can you give me an example? It's almost correct. Okay, I think Aditi can answer me because Aditi is, giving me an correct answer in the chat. Okay, Aditi, can you tell me?
Ma'am, if the example is the girl is dancing on a sunny. The girls watch movies. So if we want to do in singular, so the girl watches movies.
Very good, very good. So this is
Thank
correct.
you,
Okay, very good, Aditi. All right, so you do the opposite. That is exactly what it means. What do we mean opposite? For singular nouns to plural nouns, we added an S. We added ES. We added, there are different rules for turning nouns to, singular nouns to plural nouns. Sometimes we, put VS, and instead of Y, we put an IES. There are different ways. But for turning singular verbs into plural verbs, what do? We remove S from the word. Okay, we're going to remove it. Example that Aditi also gave. The girls watch TV. Okay, the girls watch TV. But if we want to turn it into singular, we have to say the girl watches TV. You understand? So from singular to plural, how do we do it? We take away the S. Now you can see here that plays, you can see plays here. This is in fact a singular verb. Okay, but if we turn it into plural, we're going to take away the S from it. Okay, please don't forget. Most of you don't, understand this one, and that's why only a few of you answered it in the chat. Okay, but please don't be confused. For singular nouns to plural nouns, we add S or ES or others, but for singular verbs to plural verbs, we take away the S or the ES. Okay, now there are some more examples that I can give you. So see here, for singular nouns, we have bat, bats, ball, balls, and then we have, sorry. Okay, then we have so many like, okay, give me 1 second, please. Okay, then we have, ball, balls, rose, roses, pen, pens. Like we're adding S here, a series of S's here. But for verbs, how do we do it? Just to show you, yes, plays, play, eats, eat, dances, dance, sings, sing, cooks, cook. So all the S's have been taken out. So please, you have to know this, okay? The nouns and verbs, the way we turn into singular and plural are opposite for nouns and verbs, okay? So nouns and verbs both act in an opposite manner when forming singular to plural. Okay, now finally we come to SVA, and SVA is short form for Subject-Verb Agreement. Now here it states that the subject and the verb must agree with one another in number. First of all, in number. Number meaning singular or plural. Thus, if a subject is singular, its verb must be also singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. So, if you have a subject which is singular, you have to have a verb which is singular. And if the subject is plural again, the verb also must be plural. That is the golden rule of SBA. Do you understand, guys? So singular, singular, plural, plural. Okay, this is only, this is as simple as it gets. Do you understand? Okay, now I'm gonna see the chat just quickly. Okay, we add s in the base words, but remove s from the base words. Okay, yes, singular verbs, plural nouns. All right, okay. Now coming to the next part. Example here, look at this, guys. This will help you, understand this easier. The dog chases the cat. So here you can see that dog is singular noun. How do we know that it's singular? Because there is no s. It's just one dog. Okay, it's just one dog. But then the verb, look at this. The verb is also singular. Okay, the verb is also singular. But please don't be confused. Don't say that it has an es. It must be, plural. This, the verb is opposite. You have to remember that. Okay. So the verb, this is singular because it has an es. Okay, it has an s. Sorry, it has an s. So we have singular noun and we have singular verb. Okay, because singular noun does not have an s, singular verb has an s. Now the second example is the dogs chase the cat. Now look at this. The dogs, we have an s here. That means it's plural, right? So if it is plural, the verb must also be plural. Now, how do we do that? We take away the s, right? So here we are writing it only as chase by taking out the s. Okay, so this is the example of subject-verb agreement. Okay, singular noun, singular verb, plural noun, plural verb. Okay, you have to know that. Okay, now let us try to solve these. Okay, so I want answers in the chat quickly. I have just mentioned about subject-verb, agreement, and most of you said that you know it. So please give me correct answers. Come on. And please put them all, answers together. You can even give them one by one. It's fine, but you can also give them together, like 1, 2, 3, 4 together. Okay, I think most of the answers for the first one correct. Very good. Yes, okay, so first answer is correct. Now second, please. Okay, second. Okay. Okay, second also I'm getting all correct answers. All right, now the third one. I'm checking the third one as well. I guess everyone is sending them. Okay. Okay, so Suvashma, you're writing it together. So I'm going to check your answer. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, I think I can ask someone to give me the answers, openly. Okay, Arjun, can you answer me the first question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the first answer is goes.
Goes. Can you spell it for me?
G-O-E-S.
Okay, G-O-E-S, goes. All right, thank you so much. It's correct. Okay, now the second one is going to be Prisha.
Yes, ma'am. The second one is travel.
Travel without an S, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. And why is that? Okay, I'm gonna unmute you again. Okay.
Because the subject is plural, so the verb will also be plural.
Yes, and the verb without S is going to be plural, right? Okay, thank you. Now the third one. Okay, I'm going to see. I lost her. Okay, so Vishita, I think Vishista. Okay, can you tell me the third answer?
My mom respects me.
Okay, my mom respects me. Is it going to be an S with respect?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you spell me that?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T-S.
Okay, very good. And why is that? Okay, unmute.
Ma'am, because the my is the singular.
Is it only my?
My mom,
Yeah,
mom is singular.
My mom is singular. That means the verb has to be singular. Okay. All right. Now the last question goes to Divyansha.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me the answer for the fourth one?
Yes, ma'am. The fourth one is my friends dash me. My friends respect me.
Okay, so we will not have an S, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that is because the subject, my friends, is
Yes,
plural.
ma'am. It's plural. So that's why to cut one S to make it plural.
Okay, plural. Okay, that's great. Okay, thank you. Okay, so unfortunately, as I said, there's lots of you, right? I can't give everyone chances, so please, don't be upset, don't get discouraged by that. When we have live classes, regular classes, I will be giving everyone chances. Okay, now let's go to the next slide, and here we are going to discuss about some rules. Okay, there are so many rules regarding subject verb agreement, but today we're going to learn a few. Now the first rule is that the indefinite pronouns anyone, everyone, someone, no one, nobody are always singular and therefore require singular verbs. Words ending with body, one, and thing. So you can see an example here. Everyone has done his or her homework. Now, if we think that, we're saying everyone, that means everyone, right? And we're thinking that it's going to be plural, but no. Okay, this is one specific rule that everyone has to remember and everyone has to know. Everyone is going to be singular. We're meaning everyone. It's distributive. Okay, when I say everybody, we're not saying all, but we are pointing out to every person in the room, in the house, wherever that might be. Okay, so everyone is going to be considered as singular. So indefinite pronouns, okay, indefinite pronouns are going to be words which are not specific, right? I think everyone knows what indefinite pronouns are. Is there anybody who can say, what indefinite pronouns are in the chat? Okay, Aditi, I think you can answer me. Can you answer? Okay, Aditi, can you tell me what indefinite pronouns are?
Indefinite pronouns are mean their examples are anyone, everyone, nobody, no one. The indefinite pronouns are means the words. They ends with body, one, or thing.
Okay, thank you. Now, Sanskruti, I think. Can you tell me what indefinite pronouns are?
Yes, ma'am. Indefinite pronouns are the pronouns which are not fixed, they cannot be fixed in time.
Okay, so indefinite pronouns, thank you both Aditi and Sanskruti. Okay, so indefinite pronouns are going to be pronouns where we use for, pointing out, where we don't use to point out. Means that we're going to use it, for not particular things. If you say this, if you say he, if you say she, then it becomes definite, right? It means that we're being particular, we're being specific. But if we say indefinite pronouns, it means that it can be anybody. We're just saying it to some general people. Do you understand? Because when I say someone, it can be anybody, right? We're not being specific. So please remember what indefinite pronouns are. Okay, it's not going to be specific, it's not going to be fixed, as Sanskruti said. It's not based, or it's not pointed, or it's not directed to anyone specific. But yes, it can be anybody, anyone, any place, anything. Okay, now, as I said, all those indefinite pronouns are going to be singular. So everyone has done his or her homework. Has is singular. Now somebody has left her purse. I think everyone is clear with that. Please remember the first rule, okay? Indefinite pronouns are going to be treated as singular, okay? Now the next rule is that we're gonna move on quickly, okay? The next rule is that the pronouns neither and either are singular and require singular verbs, even though they seem to be referring in a sense to two things. So the pronouns neither and either, even though we feel like when we say neither of the two computers is working, maybe because we've mentioned two computers, we might think that this is plural. But no, neither of the two computers is working. That means The first computer is not working. The second computer is also not working. Do you understand? So when we use neither, we're going to consider it as singular. Okay, please don't be confused with, the S here in computers. Neither of the two dresses, is mine. You're going to say is, not are mine. Okay, so which dress do you want for Christmas? Either is fine with me. So either, it can be this, it can be that. Either is fine with me. Okay, so the second rule is neither and either are singular. Okay, now the next is some words end in S and appear to be plural, but are singular and require singular verbs. So yes, some words are there which might have an S on its own. Okay, and even though it has an S, it's going to be still considered singular. Example, measles is a dangerous disease. I think everyone knows what measles is, right? It's kind of a disease, it's kind of a sickness. Maybe some of you have not, where you get red spots on your body and it's kind of itchy, okay, like chicken pox. I think, some of you have known it, or some of you have, that sickness before. Okay, so I'm going to read out Angana's answer. Okay, indefinite pronoun does not refer to any person. Okay, anything in particular. Example. Very good, Angana. Okay, very good. Yes. Okay. Nirvan, I'm sorry. Okay, this is for grade 5. If you are going to be in grade 5 soon, this is the right class for you. And if you don't know, can you tell me which one do you not know? Okay, Nirvan. I can't find Nirvan, but okay. So let's move on. The thing that we were discussing right now, okay? There are some words which have an S on its own, okay? And even though it has an S, it's going to be still considered as singular. The news from them is unpleasant. Now listen, the news, okay? Even though the word news, contains an S, we're not going to say the news are unpleasant. The news from them are unpleasant. We're not going to say that, okay? So if some of you can give me an example in the chat regarding some words which has an S on its own, but we are going to consider them as singular. So anybody in the chat? Like measles, it has an S, but it's singular, right? News, it has an S, but it's singular. It should be a word. It should be a noun, okay? Can you think of examples? One example each, maybe. Scissors. But scissors, if you say scissors, basically why we use scissors is because, we're going to consider them as a pair. Okay. Like, for example, if you say mathematics, right? Mathematics is a difficult subject, maybe. Maths is a difficult subject. We have an S, but we don't say maths are difficult. No. And there is a subject which is called physics. Linguistics, very good. Who was that? Someone said linguistics. Okay, Sanand. You said mathematics, great. Yes. Okay. Class, yes, class, but then class is going to be considered, okay, class. All right. Physics, calculus, very good. Abacus, yes. So you've given me some examples, great. So even though they end in S, all right. Now genes are going to be, these genes are, we always say them as are for genes because we have two pairs of, legs, right? So we're going to consider them as plural. What I'm talking about is words which still have an S, but will still be considered as singular. So maths is a difficult subject. Physics is a difficult subject maybe. And then someone said calculus. Okay. So thank you. Everyone is giving me great answers. Okay. Now the last exercise for you. So everyone listen, don't send me one by one. Please send me together. 1, 2, 3 answers and send. Don't send me one answer, two answer, three answer. Please don't do that, okay? 1, 2, 3 together. Come on. Okay? 1, 2, 3 together. Someone said cactus. Very good. It's samyak. Okay. So please answers in the chat. As I said, please say it together. 1, 2, 3 together, not one by one, or else. Okay. Naitik is giving me the first answer. 1 is correct. 2 is correct. Okay. Naitik, the third one is wrong. The others are correct. So I want answers together. Chitra. Okay. Chitra, 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct. Very good. So Aishani is also correct. And Ritivika, I think the first one and the third one is wrong. Okay. So please change it. Okay. So listen, guys, I'm not asking you past tense. I'm not asking you past tense. So you don't say ate. ATE, ate is past. Okay. What I'm saying is singular. Okay. Aditi is correct. Very good. Samyak, listen, number 3 is wrong. Others are correct. Okay. And then Arnav is also correct. Thank you very much. Okay. Angana, the first one and the third one is wrong. First and third. Yes, Ali, the third one is correct. Okay, Sanskruti, the second one and the third one correct. First one is still wrong. Okay, so everyone is giving me different answers, okay? All right, now I'm gonna ask one by one. Let's see. I'm gonna ask someone which I have not asked before. Also, if you're not turning on your camera, you have less chance of answering, okay? So please, if you can turn on, and if you want to answer, please turn on your camera so that I can see you and then I can give you a chance. Okay, Manash, I think. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you tell me the answer for the first one?
Yes, ma'am. If somebody dash this apple pie, I will not spare them. So, ma'am, the answer of this will be, if somebody eats this apple pie, I will not spare them. Because if somebody is always singular because it is ending with body, so it will be singular subject, which is eats.
And it's also an indefinite pronoun. Remember the first rule? Yes. Okay.
Definite pronouns are always singular.
Very good. Okay, thank you, Manas. All right. Now, I'm going to ask people who have not asked, all right? I think Shankar. Okay, Shankar, I think I have not asked you. All right, can you tell me the second answer?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, physics dash my favorite subject. Ma'am, physics is my favorite subject, ma'am, because the S is in the name of physics only.
Exactly. It's not going to be considered plural just because it has an S, right? Physics itself is the name. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, the last one, I'll give it to Avilash B. Okay.
My father neither smokes nor drinks.
Can you say that again?
My father neither smokes nor drinks.
Okay, so you will have an S, right? Smokes nor drinks. Can you tell me why?
We'll have an S because my father is an singular subject.
It's also singular, and also, you know, when we use the word neither, remember, if there is the word neither, then we will also take it as singular. Don't forget that. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to ask a few of you if you remember the rules for SVA. We learned 3 rules. Okay. SVA. Now I want all of you to raise down your hands first, and then the first one who can answer the question, remember the first rule that we learned. I'm going to ask you, and we're going to wind up the demo session. Okay. So please, can you tell me the first rule that we learned for SVA? What was the first rule? Okay, so Angana, can you tell me what was the first rule?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in the indefinite pronouns like anyone or everyone, someone, no one, nobody are always singular and they are required as singular verbs.
Exactly.
As they are words ending with body, one and nothing, so they will be treated as singular.
Okay, thank you so much. Angana has answered, the question very correctly. So thank you to her. Okay, the next one I think I'll give to Shriyash. Okay, so Shriyash, do you remember the second one?
Ma'am, the second one is if there is a subject as singular, so verb will be also singular.
If the subject is singular, the verb is singular.
Yeah.
But that is also, yes, that is what we call subject-verb agreement, but that is not the rule that I'm asking. Yes, you are correct. If there is subject which is singular, then verb also has to be singular. Subject is plural, then verb also has to be plural, right? But yes, that is correct. Okay. Now what I'm asking is the rules. We did 3 rules today. The first one was about indefinite pronouns being singular. Then what was the second one? Okay, maybe, okay, I'm going to go to someone who has not answered. But I think everyone has answered, and then, okay, Naitik. Can you tell me the second one?
Ma'am, if there is a S in a word, it's not mandatory that it's plural. It can be singular also.
Exactly. Very good. And the example is given here. Physics is my favorite subject, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now the third one, I'm going to go to Divyansha. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me the third rule that we learned? Okay. Can you tell me that again?
Yeah, ma'am, you muted me, so that's
okay. Sorry.
Second rule is that neither it is singular, but like neither of the computers, neither of the two computers are working. So isn't that mean that two computers? It doesn't mean they are plural. Instead, they're singular, and neither is also apart them.
Okay, so we are going to say neither of the two computers is working. Even if we say two computers, we're going to still say is. Okay, either of them is fine with me. We're not going to say either of them are fine. Not like that. Okay. All right. So I guess everyone has understood what subject-verb agreement is, right? So thank you so much. This was just a little bit about the subject-verb agreement. We only learned 3 rules, okay, about indefinite pronouns being singular, about some words, having s, but it's not compulsory that they're always, plural, and also the third one, which is either and neither are always going to be singular. Okay, so do remember what subject verb agreement is. If subject is singular, verb is singular. Subject is plural, verb is plural. Okay, guys. All right, and everyone has answered all the questions, so thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so I will just look at the chat. And to answer the question that someone posed earlier, are all questions starting with auxiliary verbs, I think, right? So there are questions which start with auxiliary verbs, but then there are questions which start with WH questions, right? What, where, why, there are WH questions, and even how is included, right? So I think I'm answering the questions. Yes, so Angana, do questions always use auxiliary verbs? Some questions begin with auxiliary verbs, and then some questions start with your WH questions, like what, where, why, when, okay, how, all of these. Okay, so I guess we're done with the demo. Okay, Aarti ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sushma ma'am. It was a brilliant class, and I believe like there was a lot of interaction, and the students enjoyed speaking as well. So kids, like in the chat section, can you write it down? How was the demo session today? Can we get your feedback? Okay. Okay, thank you so much, kids. Thank you so much. And kids, what I'm doing, I'm pasting the links once again in the chat section. So thank you, Netik. So if you have any doubts, you can, let us know right now, or you can WhatsApp us or email us on our mobile number or email address, which is support@olympiadsuccess.com. Thank you so much, kids. It was really nice having you all. So, kids, any doubts, any further doubts related to the course or the demo session? Any doubts? Yes, you can open the links. No doubts. Okay, that's wonderful. Really nice. So thank you so much, kids. It was really a pleasure to have you all on the platform. And thank you so much, Sushma ma'am. It was indeed a wonderful class. So thank you so much once again. So enjoy your evening, kids. Have fun, study well, and best of luck for your exams if they are going on.
Okay. Bye, everyone. I had a great
Yeah.
time. All of them were answering the questions and they were very enthusiastic. It was
Yes,
great.
absolutely.
Thank you, kids.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. See you
Okay.
soon.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye.